Hello and welcome to the next video of my minor region coverage as we continue to get ready for the summer split of 2022. In this video, I'm going to cover CBLOL, Brazil, the 10 teams. I have them listed here based on stats, how they look going into summer. Obviously, I have a lot of CBLOL fans, and if you know my videos, obviously, subscribe to my channel. I didn't watch any CBLOL, so everything is stat based. Even people told me Red Canids were not the best team in the regular season, so we are going off of regular season stats for these rankings. Obviously, there was some movement with teams, which changes where teams were in spring versus where they might finish in summer. Comment down below with your opinions. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily content. So, got the 10 teams here. Have the top 3 players in each role listed behind me based off of stats. I will cite the stats as to why they are where they are. There are some interesting things. For instance, Renska Esports, who I have first. Trap barely played in spring, only a handful of games. In those handful of games, he showed that he could be a carry top laner, at least based off of stats. He was first in gold per minute, kill share, gold share, and kill participation. So he made things happen in those 5 games. He got into fights, which resulted in more gold, which was good for the team. If they go with him over Edgar, or Edgar, or whatever Edgar. I don't even know if he's still on the team anymore. If they go with Trap over him, it'll be a good move. Excuse me. And Ninja Kiwi is ranked as the top bot laner, which is going to shock some people. Obviously, a lot of people like Cheetan. Cheetan is not in the top 3. His stats are not an indicator of that. Obviously, I've seen him play, but it's not fair to the other 80 carries for me to rank him. If I haven't seen somebody play, I can't, say, oh, I watched one guy play, so he's better than somebody I didn't watch. That's not good. So Ninja Kiwi, first in gold per minute, kill share, second in champion pool. So he has a big champion pool. He gets kills, and he gets a lot of gold. So he does what he has to do. He carries at least. It might be a surprise that maybe they suck. I don't know. Based off stats alone, Renska Esports looks good going into summer. Furia Esports. FNB is the second rated top laner, and Redbert is the top rated support going into the summer. FNB, top in KP in top lane, third in CS per minute, kill share, and gold share. So, gets into a lot of fights, gets a good amount of kills, gets a lot of farm, which results in quite a bit of gold. So, he is a good top laner, one of the best ones in the region stat-wise. Redbird, obviously, I know who Redbird is, which is a thing, because obviously, in the smaller region, if a player sticks out, it's like, oh, I've seen that player internationally before. They are a very good player in this region, obviously, otherwise they wouldn't show up, and the stats further indicate that. First in KP, second in champion pool, out of the supports in Brazil. Third, KaBuM Esports. They made some moves, some questionable moves. Honestly, the stats don't match up with the scouting report I got from some people on, especially Duds the Boy, which means he might stink, but his stats are say something else. So, Wiz is the top ranked jungler by stats. Obviously Croc, I believe, was MVP. Aegis is considered very good. Aegis considered very good. But Wiz is the top ranked guy out of stats. I mean, he is first in KDA, second in kill participation, and second in gold per minute. So he gets ahead. He doesn't die a lot, and he creates plays, which is what you want your jungler to do. Third ranked top and third ranked bot. Parang in top. Second in KDA, doesn't die, gets gold, gets kills. At a high level compared to other top laners, which makes him a carry-oriented top versus others, which I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to a carry-oriented top versus somebody that goes tanks every game, just plays weak side. I mean, obviously, weak side kings, but at the same time, a weak side player is not going to get the recognition. Like, if there's a reason why they're not carrying. Duds the Boy, first in gold per minute, gold share, second in CS per minute. So that tells me he's a good laner. Might not get kills. His KDA might not be great, but at least his stats indicate that in lane he does a good job. Maybe he just keeps his nose in lane and doesn't get into fights, which is not my favorite thing. But then again, versus the other bot laners, he rated higher than them. That just, I mean, comment down below with your scouting reports and things like that, obviously. Fourth, Red Canids. I know about this team. August 2nd, JoJo 3rd in their given roles. Avengers outrated. Grevthar, obviously, Grevthar is the guy they're going with, which I would argue might even, I mean, they're 4th, and they're actually technically based, actually, I was supposed to do a tier list. I believe the first 3 are on their own level going into summer, and then it's Red through Liberty on the second level. Then Netshoe, Flamingo, and Ints are on their own. Ints are in the basement of the CBLOL. But Red Canids, August, 1st in CS per minute. So he farms well, gets gold, which results in getting a high gold share. He is given the carry designation by getting all this gold, by getting an opportunity to farm, by not necessarily ganking, but getting ahead in his role. So he's 2nd in that. And JoJo, 1st in KDA out of supports, gets him 3rd in the role. I believe he was 6th in champion pool and KP. So 3rd ranked support for him. 5th is Loud. I will say I think Loud might be underrated on this board. Croc is rated as a 3rd rated jungler, obviously the MVP, which might draw some ire. People might say, why is he 3rd? If he was coming off an MVP split. And it is a voting contest, so it is a popularity contest. Obviously, we'll start at Tinones. Tinones. I'm gonna go with Tinones in mid. He's the top rated mid laner. 1st in KDA, KP, and gold share. So he doesn't die, he gets into fights, and he gets a lot of gold. That's good for a mid laner. Croc, 1st in kill share, 2nd in champion pool. So he plays a lot of stuff. I did notice that when I did a video not too long ago about Croc going to Loud. And getting a high kill share, kills get you votes, which gets you an MVP. Not necessarily maybe the best player, but makes the most plays, makes the flashy plays, and that'll get you in. 6th place, Pain Gaming. 2nd rated bot and 4th rated top. So I'm only going to go over the bot laner, but top side of the rift for Pain Gaming is in the upper half of the CBLOL landscape. Trigo is 2nd in bot, 1st in CS per minute and gold per minute. So obviously very good laner. Very good laner, and he benefits from that on this list, being 2nd place in his role. 7th is Liberty. That's because they have what I believe is tied with Redbird for the top rated support. Obviously, I think Redbird is probably better, but I haven't seen Was play, so putting Was, or Wuss, maybe it's Wuss, tied for 1st is kind of probably not right. But he's 2nd in KP and 3rd in champion pool. So he has an upper level champion pool, able to pull out picks against the other supports, and he also makes things happen and gets into fights, which is better than what the other 3 teams have really to offer. Netshoe Miners, Any is solid in mid. I think he's the 2nd rated mid laner stat wise. I would say that he probably isn't the 2nd best mid laner based on where the team finished and things like that, but stats are what they are, and that's all I have to go off of. 2nd in gold share and 3rd in CS per minute, so a good solid laner in the upper half of CBLOL, which gets him a lot of gold, gets him ahead, and has him rated pretty highly. 9th, and Hugato has potential. So the way I did this, if a player was in the academy system, I would penalize them in my algorithm after it was done. So Hugato was not the top-ranked jungler. I mean, he was a top-ranked jungler if you look at stats alone, considering all leagues equally, which we can't because he was an academy jungler, but he looked good. There's potential there for Netshoe Miners to make some noise mid-jungle if they can. Hugato looked solid. 9th place, Flamingo Los Grandes. I wrote simply topside bad. That, triggers my mind to know that in top and jungle, I believe they have the last rated top in jungle. On the bottom side of the rift, though, middle of the pack. Mid, bot, and support, all in the middle. So, they should be okay. But I don't think they're going to do that well. I don't think the jungler's going to make things happen, and there's nobody with uber carry potential on their team stat-wise. And 10th is Ints. Ints is the opposite. The upper half of the Rift is better than the bottom half. The bottom 3 roles, mid, bot, support, are all in the bottom level of the system. So, I mean, as of right now, Ints are in the basement. So that's kind of it for the CBLOL for going into summer 2022. Comment down below. How do you think these teams rank? Obviously, you have to keep in mind, I did not watch any games, so this is all off of stats alone. I cited the stats for the reasons for why players are the way they are, where they are, which stats only tell one side of the story, so tell the other side in the comments. Like the video if you like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content, and thank you for watching.